finally doing the September recap of Star Wars comics. Sorry it's a week late. You guys already know the situation. So yeah, 13 comics today, so let's get through it. So I actually did something a little different this month to keep track of things. Actually did post-it notes on them. So I'll be reading the bullet points and telling you what I think, and then I'll rank the comic, and then at the end we'll do that ranking thing and stuff like that. So the first one we're going to talk about is War of the Bounty Hunters number 4, also known as Attack at Dawn. So this one, Kira got what she wanted, which was Vader coming to the Gambit and fighting her, and we get to see a seismic charge in the comics. There is a start of a Vader versus Luke dogfight, and Boba and Valance team up, and Dengar ends up stranded. So I gave that a 9 out of 10. I'll put that there so that way I remember. And then we have Bounty Hunters, not War of the Bounty Hunters, but Bounty Hunters number 16. And this kind of brings more context to War of the Bounty Hunters. We also see that Bosk nearly died, just from being a cold-blooded predator and being stranded in the cold. There's a lot of betrayal in this comic, and it got me thinking. They keep playing off Deathstick like she's such a big thing and everything. Is she supposed to be a character that we're going to find, maybe from Legends, pull off the mask and it's Mara Jade or something? I forgot to rank this, but considering that literally I was reading this and I thought I was reading War of the Bounty Hunters number 4, I am going to give it kind of a 4 out of 10. Next, we start the Vaders Castle series with Ghost of Vaders Castle number 1. So this one had zombie droids. That's literally the first thing that I wrote. And it was Clone Wars era. We also got a zombie Jar Jar, but it all ended up being a dream. But being in the Clone Wars era with a zombie Jar Jar and everything like that, I gave it a 9 out of 10, just because it was very entertaining. Just like all the Vader Castle series are. Next we have High Republic number 9, right here. And boy, did this start out kind of confusing, but kind of crazy. Trennis is now undercover in the Nile. And the Jedi know more about the Nile now, which I have a feeling is going to be revealed in probably closer to the end of Out of the Shadows. I'm almost done with it, so the book review for that's coming up soon. I gave it a 7 out of 10, though. I feel like the High Republic comics are very slow as to try to keep up with the books, so that's why. But next we have Star Wars High Republic Adventures, which is the more kid-friendly version. Everyone now looks older, even though it's only like a 3-month to 6-month time jump. They all feel like they're aged up 4 years at least. Crix is really in deep with the Nile now, and there's new members on the Jedi Padawan team, and then it's going to end up being Crix versus Tula, which is going to be crazy. I gave that a 9 out of 10 as well. Sorry, still getting over the cold. Next is Afra number 14. We got the whole cast back together, including Lucky. It's a very heist-style comic, which was pretty cool. And Kira now has the MacGuffin of the series, which is the necklace. And we actually see a very cartoonish picture in this, which is Afra with starry eyes, which was hilarious. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Next is Clone Wars Adventure, or Star Wars Adventures number 9. So Mace Windu, it's about Mace Windu. It's about Eclipse ghosts, and somehow Dooku is controlling them. And the backside story is about Han versus Boba, and it's actually Boba's narration. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Next is, I got the variant of this, but it's Darth Vader number 16. And there is Ochi versus Moore, which Ochi is becoming one of my favorite characters. We get to see inside Vader's mind. We also get to see more of the dogfight between Luke and Vader. And some random droids end up saving Luke. I gave this a 9 out of 10 as well. I really need to work on my scaling, I feel like. Next is a one-shot Bosch number 1 for War of the Bounty Hunters. It shows Bosch's crew and makes him a really sympathetic character and makes you feel bad about Leia killing him in another comic and Leia kind of just taking over. We get to see Crimson Dawn. We get to see more Crimson Dawn. I think that's what I tried to write. And the Tag family is cutthroat. Very, very cutthroat. I gave this a 7 out of 10. Next is the Monster of Temple Peak, issue number 2. And this is kind of freaky for me because there's spiders and there's more of Ty's past. And it's got some of the darkest IDW moments that I've ever seen. I gave it a 6 out of 10. And next, honestly, is the most disappointing comic that I've read this month, maybe ever. And it's issue number 10 of Star Wars Adventures. It's got a very disappointing ride. It ends completely abruptly, and the second story just feels very random. I gave it a 1 out of 10. And next, we have a return to form here, which is Castle Vader, or Ghost of Castle Vader number 2. And that is basically what was really cool was we got a Kaiju Chewie. All these dreams are happening because of the dark side, and it's a Jackson story, which I love Jackson. And it's more funny than scary, which I prefer scary over funny. So I give it a 7 out of 10. And lastly, we have Star Wars number 17, Danger variant. Lando gets to talk to L3. Vader and Luke fight. Finally, we get the flesh out of the fight, and it's amazing. And this War of the Bounty Hunter series is kind of getting to the point where it feels like it's dragging on, and we know what's going to happen, so it's just kind of getting to the point where I'm getting sick of it, in all honesty. So, sorry for you guys to see that. It's leaking. I'm going to put these in order, and we'll talk about ranking. So, I'm going to probably do a cut here, and we'll get back to it. Okay, so the official ranking goes. Vader number 16, War of the Bounty Hunters number 4, High Republic Adventures number 8. The first issue of Ghost of Vaders Castle, Aphra number 14, Bosch number 1, Vader Castle number 2, High Republic, the High Republic comic, I really gotta write the names, Star Wars number 17, Temple of Monsters or whatever number 2, Star Wars Adventures number 9, Bounty Hunters, and then number 10 of Star Wars Adventures. So that is the ranking. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. It's that nerd Ryan reminding you, we're all Jedi Masters on the inside.